my first thing, I couldn't just walk up in there. The first thing I did was post Evangelist Francis Kelley. I was trying to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, here I am, I'm trying to help you. And it did some good. It went viral. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to deal with you later, Sister Francis Kelley, because you ain't no match for me. You keep forgetting that I'm the one that posted that video and made it go viral. You ain't no match for me. That little anointed power you got, that little smidget you got, that little, one of my mama's aunts, and since she passed last year, she said that them measly bucks, that little measly anointing you got ain't enough for Mr. Baker. You ain't no match for me. I think you about 89. You want to keep living and being healthy, you better keep your mouth off me. Because let me tell you something. Like the Caravan said, and Casella said on YouTube, I ain't tired yet. I ain't tired yet. But you need to remember, I did that for you because I loved you, but I retracted. I'm through with you too. You don't, hey, bring it on. I'm ready. Don't play with nephew. Don't mess with nephew. Okay? I'm just telling you. Okay, so what happened was, made me forget my thought. I'm getting all off what I was saying. The songs I wrote, I sent Sister Patterson a letter trying to get her to call me to talk to her. I was trying to give them something, impart something in them. It was working. Until looked like they didn't want to see, they couldn't see. See, Sister Kelley, you so anointed and prophetic. You couldn't see that I was trying to give you more than what I gave. The video I put up, the video had been up there for years, but I got it and changed the title. So you know, like Michael Jackson produced Michael Jackson Off the Wall album. You see how big he got? Then he produced, what's the other album he produced? Thriller? I believe so. You see what I'm saying? It take a good producer to get you there. Barry Gordy, hey, when y'all see Diana Ross, Barry Gordy made Diana Ross. If it wasn't for Barry Gordy, wouldn't have been no Diana Ross. You see what I'm saying? I knew what to do to get her there. She was always in her sister's shadow. You know, Sister Patterson was the glamour girl, you know what I'm saying? But Francis Kelley had the anointing. She always was a very sexy, pretty. I always thought she was very gorgeous. I used to check. She was coming to Found the Life Dining Room down in Memphis, Tennessee. I was like 19, 20. I was checking you out. You was a good-looking lady back then. But she still look good. But she's so sassy. But you know what, Sister Francis? I'm not mad at you because I know that's your family, but you can't challenge me. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Don't mess with nephew. Don't mess with me. I know what I'm doing. But I'm making my point here is that she always had the anointing. But she is spiritual as she is. She should have said, okay, he's giving me something for the gospel's sake. I'm imparting something into you. I'm giving you something to help you. You know, but you go try to overlook me. It's more. It's more. I had more to give them. Okay. Then Lord said, okay, if they just would have acknowledged the fact, okay, Lerone is helping us. I'm trying to help you. The church was split. I'm trying to help you. G. Patterson I would wake up and I had to remind myself that he was deceased. He was giving me tours of the church. I was walking in the church with him. And actually, Daisy can tell you, a friend of mine named Karen, there's like 4 or 5 people. And I had preachers. I would go to churches and they didn't even know. I would go to small churches because I don't go to churches where people know me. Sometimes I want people to minister to me. Going to churches, and they would call me out and tell me, the Lord wants you to go back to this church. And I'm like, they didn't know me as Lerone Baker. I know they didn't. Because they didn't say, hey, how you do? They didn't show me no. Lord wants you. And I was fighting it. I'm like, Lord, I don't want to do this, you know. And G was bothering me in my dreams. I would wake up. I'm like, Lord, I had to remind myself this man is gone. So I was okay, Lord, how do I do that? I was helping friends, trying to do little things, but they couldn't see. Then Daddy died. I went back down there and visited. And when I got there, he acted like I wasn't there, Milton Hawkins. Then he had altar call. They said the doors of the church was open. And I'm smart. I kind of looked away. He was looking at me like, don't you come up here. He didn't want me up. See, he felt like he could tell, he felt like I'm going to take something. He couldn't see I was trying to impart it in him. God told, see that gospel music industry is gone. They just did something on online about how some gospel singer. I think you sing with the group Maverick, whoever they are. You know who the Maverick is?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I don't even know the people. I saw the video. It popped up on the right side, and I said, who are they talking about? And they said how he went through. He started out in gospel. Now he going R&B, and how they seem like they're using the church as a stepping stone to go R&B. But that industry, the gospel industry, dried up. God told me, go back down there and impart those songs into the voices and mouth of us, and turn this around under the anointing. And see, they couldn't see that the Patterson family and the Baker family go back to the early 1900s. You hear me? My great grandmama used to work with J.O. Patterson Sr. They were friends like this. My Uncle Sella's mother. J.O. Patterson Sr. watched my Uncle Sella grow up. My Uncle Sella went to school with Sister Frances Kelley and Sister Patterson, Sister Jacqueline Dowdy. They were best friends. They couldn't see that that God was trying to do something. We're in a new generation. Okay? I set up under G.E. Patterson's ministry. I didn't expose what happened between me and him until after it looked like they was trying to walk on me and just, like I wasn't nothing. I'm dirty. I'm holding all the rape. I'm holding all this to myself. You see what I'm saying? Trying for the gospel's sake. You see what I'm saying? You couldn't see what God was trying to do. You on your own now. Because hey, I'm through. I'm watching this is the final straw about G.E. Patterson. And if I had not blocked, because you know how you have like a top 10 charts? In fact, I was getting like 5,000 or 6,000 views a day on that video I did about Sister Patterson, G.E. and Shirley Caesar. It's got like probably 388,000, a little bit over 388,000 views on it. If I had to block that video, it would probably be in the top 10, the top 15 videos on G.E. Patterson, which is high up, because he got some in the millions. It would have been close to 1 million or probably over 1 million by now. You see what I'm saying? So that story ain't finna die no time soon. So if you people think you can block me, you mistaken, because it's the truth. Timeless means endless. That story finna live on. And I think a lot about those young boys that was under Eddie Long, and how he got raped and molested, them boys, and I heard one of them dressing up in drag now, and then left the church. They done lost their faith in God. I'm here to tell y'all, let me tell y'all something about Lerone Baker. I've been in church since I was 7 years old. I got saved when I was 16, almost 17, 11th grade. Let me tell y'all something. I learned a long time ago, look past that man in the pulpit and get to God for myself.
Right.
And they saying, oh, he in sin. Let me tell y'all something about me. Because I don't stand in the pulpit, don't mean God has took his anointing and calling off my life. When God sealed you with the anointed power, it's until you dead. You understand me? I'm preaching to y'all now about spiritual warfare. You got to get in the spirit to defeat me. And I make my boast. It ain't wrong, but I see. God do not put you in he said, I will put no more upon you than you can bear. If God put you in a situation, hey, you go win it. You see what I'm saying? God said, go down there and impart them songs. We would have probably been on our second album now. That gospel industry is a hot mess. Them gospel singers are out of control. You know why? Because they want raised. They don't know. And I'm going to tell you, contemporary gospel singers, the anointing is in the traditional gospel. It's not in the contemporary. Pastors, stop doing praise, singing, and all that. Get your choir together. Get you a choir director or choir directress and pull them traditional gospel songs back in these churches. And watch the anointing flood the sanctuary. I remember when I was little, and we would walk up in the church, and the choir singing, both praising God, getting delivered. Pastor ain't preach yet. The anointing is in the traditional gospel. God told me, go back and impart these songs. So turn this mess around. They couldn't see. I'm helping you, Francis. I'm giving you something to, and it went viral. They did a write-up on her. People, oh, but she was there all the time. But they didn't recognize her till I did what I did for her. But guess what? I pulled my power back from you, sister. I'm pulling it back from you. You done messed up with me. I'm going to tell you something. You don't have not one more time to put your mouth on Lerone because you ain't no match for me. You ain't no match for me. I'm telling you, I'm ready for whatever y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready. Next question. Let's go.
You said, now the saints that know about the real anointing, God is wondering what in the world has happened to the churches today and why God has retracted his power.
You. I just said it. Look at what's going on. Look people don't even want to come to church no more.
That's true.
It's a mess. Preachers can grow weed and people still fly to the church. Look at this mess. Gospel singers, thighs out, weave down their back. What's up? I told them in 2018 when I was talking to the Clark sisters, hey, look at what's going on. I always said the devil is slowly, but he ain't going to do it at once because you will recognize something wrong. Slowly but surely dragging that whole gospel industry out there in that world. All of it. And you know why it's happening? Because they really don't have a hold on God. See, I was raised in a sold-out Pentecostal church when I was 7. My pastor, we fast twice a week. We fast from midnight that night to 6 o'clock that afternoon. We couldn't drink no water, eat nothing. We broke it at 6 on Tuesday. Monday night, Tuesday morning, midnight fast. We couldn't break it Tuesday afternoon to 6 p.m. And we had to go back in Wednesday night, midnight, going into Wednesday night, Thursday morning, 12 midnight to 6 again. No water, no food, twice a week. You hear me? Wasn't no drinking, wasn't no smoking, wasn't having no sex. We couldn't listen to worldly music. Hello? Wasn't no gossiping and backbiting, talking about to your mama. You hear me? Women weren't allowed to wear pants. I mean, they can wear them now. But I was raised in a strict Pentecostal, holy as a hell church. And the anointing descended on the saints. It was the anointing rested upon us. I come out of that old traditional way of where we focus on more of the anointing than the natural things. So I'm here to tell y'all, I've been in this thing since I was 7. I'm here to tell y'all, people that's putting your mouth on me and thinking, oh, he done backslid and saying little things behind my back. You know what? You can't touch me. I don't mess with y'all because you ain't got it like me. Birds of a feather flock together. I don't fool with y'all. You people can't do nothing with me. You can't do nothing for me, but get away around me. I know what I'm doing. I'm all right. I'm cool. You better worry about you. Worry about you. Don't worry about Lerone. Okay, come on, let's go.
You said, I'm 100% sure by now Milton Hawkins knows that church really is
It's
Mr.
bad.
Lerone
It's bad.
Baker's, but I didn't and still don't want it.
I don't want
but
it.
G.E. Patterson saw this day coming.
I don't even want the church. You know what? Tammy, I'm kind of glad it happened that way. Because let me tell you something. I said this in one of my interviews too. My aunt taught me a lot just by watching her life. See, I left that church for a reason. And I didn't want to go back because I was fearful that what happened to my aunt going back in the caravans. See, he already was intimidated by me. That's a sign right there. Okay, God, you want me to do this. See, God can present something to you all he wants to, but it's on you to receive it. You see what I'm saying? Even him. It probably would have been him trying to strip my power. Take credit for what I was doing. Here I am. I done helped Frances Kelley. She done put her mouth on me after I done turn around and blessed her. And then guess what? I didn't even blame her for none of it. I told the world, because see, a lot of people narrow-minded to say, okay, well, that's her sister and her brother-in-law. She ain't no good either. I didn't want that image on her. So I told everybody she didn't have nothing to do with it. You around there stabbing, you know what I'm saying? You can't see that, hey, you putting your mouth on me ain't going to bring them back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can't you see that I'm a man of God? I'm trying to help you. This is about the gospel's sake. You know what I'm saying? But I said, because I could see, okay, this man's intimidated by me. Like Albertina walking Shirley Caesar. They could start writing the songs later on. They having caravan reunions, wanting to invite them, cutting her name out, remaking her songs, putting public domain on it, keeping the royalties. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't going back in there with you. I was glad to find out that he was intimidated. Okay, good. I won't mess with you no way. Because I could see, that's one reason why I didn't want to go back in. Because I could see it before it manifested. But thank God for the gift of discerning. Let's go.
Okay. You said by now we should be releasing our second album and redeem the brown black church from hell.
It's gone.
But now at this point in my life, all I have seen and know about the church, the desire is totally destroyed to sit in a black-brown church unless I'm attending a funeral.
Exactly. I have no desire for it. I'm going to record them, though. That won't be it. I've talked to somebody. I'm going to eventually record them. I don't know when, because I'm doing before I die. But I won't. And one of my friends said, you better not do it the way I said. I'm going to do it this way. It's going to be with a choir. It's going to be traditional gospel. And but what I'm trying to say to you is that, Tammy, I feel so good. It feels so good to just keep yourself saved. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for allowing me, because don't get me wrong, Tammy, I wrestled years, asked God to let me step down. I don't want to be telling nobody nothing. You know, I said, God, I thank God for not killing me or destroying me, you know, because I want to be a righteous man, I do. But I don't want to be telling y'all nothing. I want y'all to go and go to hell first class, leave me alone. I don't care. I'm content getting up twice a year doing this and being through. And when God move on me to say something, then I will. Other than that, I ain't trying to tell y'all nothing. Just don't get in my path. You know, everybody got their lane. Stay in your lane, do what you do. Tim, I know so much stuff on some people in that industry. I don't have nothing to say. You know what? Don't have nothing to do with me until you get in my lane. You get in my lane, I'm going to knock you out of it, okay? Just remember that. Let's go.